Hey everyone, welcome to the Clydesdale, live at the CrossFit Games in Madison, Wisconsin. We are in our hotel lobby, so if you hear some external noise, that's what that is. But we are excited. We've been here all week, and we want to talk about what we've seen this week. So, Charlie and Amy, this is the first time you've ever been to the CrossFit Games. What has your week been like?
Well, I just wanted to make sure that we clarified that this is the first time I've come to the CrossFit Games as a spectator, and that there is still a chance that I may come as an athlete participant. So I just wanted to clarify that there's still choice. There's still a chance. And we actually met a coach today who is an affiliate owner, and he was coaching a Masters athlete, and he did say that he thought Charlie could make it.
That is fact.
And he's coached a podium Games athlete before, so
Well, there you go.
there's a chance.
He knows.
And Charlie's in his prime.
Starting Tuesday.
Starting Tuesday.
Are we doing day one of Carrie Pierce abs?
Nope. We're going straight to your abs.
Oh.
Straight to your abs. How about Annie Thorsdottir abs?
Oh my gosh. I mean,
Less than a year after giving
crushing it.
birth.
Really
Yeah.
want to have a baby,
She's putting on a show
yes, she is.
for just being a year away from that.
Yeah.
So there's lots to talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot of drama happening at the CrossFit Games. So we have to talk first about the people that have withdrawn, which is like a record number,
Yeah.
right? You got Carrie and Bethany for COVID, and I think like everyone
And
knows
Dan
that
Bailey.
story.
And
Dan Bailey,
essentially
COVID.
Car Saunders. I mean,
Car
COVID-
Saunders, right?
COVID related, yeah.
Sam Stewart,
Danny Spiegel.
Danny Spiegel,
Sean
Sweeney, Adrian Moonweiler. The list goes on.
Yeah.
So yeah, not all COVID, mind you. Injuries and whatnot.
And we also had the stories of illness after swimming in the lake from Tim Paulson.
Oh, that's what it was from?
Said he felt ill after the swim.
He's in.
He's still there.
Yeah,
made the
he
cut?
He made the cut.
Or boy.
Late push. Late
Yeah,
tag.
the last event.
And yeah, we had the cuts today. And it wasn't quite as dramatic because they only had to cut 4 people on each side because so many people withdrew
Damn.
that there were only 4 cuts. So that happened today as well. And a friend of the show, Colton Mertens, got cut today. Kat actually got to congratulate him on that fact on the way out of the.
Guys, I did not congratulate him. That's not what I did.
Yeah.
I just was walking out and I said, hey, what's the plan for tomorrow? Because I didn't know that he got cut. I mean, literally the event, I hadn't looked at the leaderboard yet. And he was going home. I said, you'll be back, right? I mean, he'll definitely be back.
What I think to let people know, when you're here live, you don't always hear what the announcers are talking about, especially if you're in the stadium. So you don't know what's been going on around or what the leaderboard looks like.
Right, Sean and Tommy could have been saying like, Colton needs at least 8th place finish,
But when you're
to
live,
move on,
you're-
and I wouldn't have heard that, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm not Brian Friend,
correct.
as hard as I try. So yeah.
Yeah, so that is the one big difference when you're at a live event is that you don't get the commentary. You don't really have a point of interest that they're showing you. You're just kind of making it up on your own. But you do get that like exhilaration of when the crowd erupts when they come into the stadium. Like that event today of the run 200 meters and the climbing barbell was so exciting.
I mean, to see Christy and Tia come there, I mean, it was just a moment of Christy hesitating. We call it hesitating, but really it was getting
Preparing.
set and preparing. And then Tia took it, but that was exciting.
Yeah, and there were races like that all through the heats.
That's true.
So yeah, we are 2 days into the individual competition. We are 2 days into the team competition. No surprise. The only surprise on the team competition is that Mayhem did not win the 7th event.
Right.
They won 1 through 6. And they were doing it wearing Reeboks. So that is, what, $60,000 from Reebok,
Yeah.
along with the $3,000 from CrossFit on each one of those.
Yep.
So yeah, they're doing pretty well for themselves this weekend.
So let's talk about what place they took on that last event.
They took
place?
third.
And I think Ohio Brute Strength came in before them.
They did.
They came in second.
Yeah. And that's a team that Amy actually competed against at the affiliate gathering at the Arnold in Columbus, Ohio, right when COVID started.
Yeah,
It was like the COVID competition.
The COVID comp. Actually, okay, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Invictus went out to a quick lead but did not hold on.
How are they doing?
I think they're in the top 10-ish.
Okay. Because Jen Ryan's broken hand is still recovering. She's recovering from that boxer's fracture or whatever. So I wondered how they're doing. I honestly haven't been paying attention to the teams yet. I hope to tomorrow, but I've just been like running back and forth.
It's been hard because there's so many of them. And again, we don't know who's on what team until you finally kind of see them. And even that, it's really hard because they don't have their names on their jerseys.
Right.
It is the team name, which makes it hard to kind of tell who are people we know and who aren't.
And there wasn't really a break in the action today.
There
You know,
really
it's
wasn't.
nonstop. They actually had, did you guys notice in Heat 2 of Event 6 for the men,
Yes.
8 athletes came on the floor and
were
only
pausing.
7 name bumper things were on the floor.
Okay.
And they were trying to like figure out their lanes. They had 8 judges, 8 athletes, but not like 8 marked lanes. And they were about to like, it was like stand by.
Yeah.
And then it was like, no, we're not standing by. And there was, a good like 2-minute delay. And it sort of had a domino effect for the rest of the day because they had to come out and bring a thing, and it took them like 2 minutes to figure out what was wrong. And then the wave must have been.
Yeah. So what was it that was wrong?
They were missing a nameplate.
They were missing a name.
Yeah.
Okay.
There
And
was-
I didn't understand what took them so long because
I saw it, yeah,
one
it was-
guy didn't have a thing to
Yeah,
touch
Jay
before he
Crouch. It
started.
was Jay Crouch. He
Yeah.
didn't have a placard. So.
And so they should have. I figured it out in the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And signage is getting in trouble.
Yeah, and our seats were actually right like over the tunnel where all the activity was happening, and Dave would pop in and out, and you could just tell, like it was like DEFCON 5. Everyone was just freaking out, and it became this, not freaking out, but everyone was very concerned, and it just every single heat after that like had to move that much more quickly to like get back on track, and I don't even know if they ended up getting it back.
Think about the athlete who's like fired up to go. And
Right,
it's like,
all of them, and then they're like, "Oh, hold on, like it's gonna take a minute." So yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen anything like that. It was like I've never before seen anything like that. So it was interesting.
And that's the worst feeling. Like you're already anxious to go as an athlete.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you just want to rip that Band-Aid. I mean, that's me.
I know just Jason Hopper, before every event, he like paces, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of the metaphor for it, but it's like he does not sit still. All the other guys are like have their hand on the thing, and he just like back and forth, he's like talking to himself and sort of like getting himself into this mental place.
Well, it's like most athletes who sway,
Yeah,
right?
in a big way though.
You sway, right? And I would say that's because probably younger athlete to the sport.
Yeah, like he's got the nerves have to be getting to him too, because he's certainly not
He needs more
performing.
reps under his belt.
Yeah.
So Kat and I got the chance to talk to Jason at West Coast Classic and at MAC. And I think he's a very likable guy, someone that you want to root for. He was pretty confident about his abilities coming into the games, and I don't think he realized what the games were about. Now he is now starting to do much better as the weekend goes along, but the first couple events hit him pretty hard. And I just don't think that the volume over the amount of days is something that a rookie is used to.
Yeah.
And we're kind of seeing that with the 2 teens not really performing like they did at the semifinals.
Sure.
Not to say they're doing poorly, they're in the top 20. And at 17, I'd be very happy if my daughter or son was killing
They
it
get
like
cut.
that.
Can we you that Mal beat Tia in the thruster workout?
Yeah,
She did, yeah.
I'm just saying, that had to give her some confidence.
absolutely. Yeah, they both belong here for sure.
Yeah, I think the longer distances and then like that run with the clean
Yeah.
made a huge difference for those girls.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just interesting. The rookies, Colton was a rookie, Jason Hopper. You're looking at the teenagers. Ariel Lowen though is a rookie, is doing really well. Who was just on our show, really kind of exceeding expectations. Yeah, it's been a fun kind of games because Matt gone, the men's side is wide open. Medeiros, Fikowski are going back and forth with the leaders jerseys.
This is what I wanted to talk about earlier.
Okay.
Is your opinion now changing on Medeiros?
No,
Really?
What was that?
So
I don't think he has the high-end strength to win the games. We haven't. Yes, we had a heavy barbell today.
Okay.
But it's not like a 1 rep max. It's not like tomorrow night we'll see that. We'll see if things get heavier over the weekend and how he handles that.
Okay.
And I prove me right. He's another very likable guy.
Yeah.
Someone you want to root for. And I'm not saying that he won't be something someday. And I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see because last year he was the second fittest man alive to Matt Fraser, right?
Third.
Yeah. My argument with that,
No,
and I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
And I may have talked to Amy about
And
this.
Matt Fraser's not in the game anymore.
Right.
So it would, you would presume if the test was fair last year and the
Well,
right
that's
people made it to
where
the ranch.
conversation came.
Right.
So the conversation was last year at the games, if he bombed an event, he took 5th because there were only 5 people there. This year, if he bombs an event, he could have finished. Well, now everybody's withdrawn, but like 35th,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like that CrossFit total last year when he strict pressed 170 pounds, that to me showed lack of pure strength. And maybe he's fixed it over the year. But I haven't seen anything like that to prove to me that he has.
Well, and we know what his 1 rep max competition snatch is based on what he did at Mac.
Right.
And it wasn't a contending score,
No.
So we'll see. Yeah, we'll get to see if he's gotten any stronger since then.
So my argument was if they had a CrossFit tournament in a full field, he would have fallen way back on that one and it would have been hard for him to come back.
Yeah.
And that's for any athlete, same quad, any of those. If they bombed an event last year and they fell to 5th.
Yeah. Right.
Here you're gonna fall way further down and get way less points. That was all. It's no knock on Justin. I think he's a great athlete and it's
Yeah,
gonna be
I just
something
thought
great.
maybe your
That's just his
opinion
hole.
Well, he's been wearing the leader jersey all day today, so and he's up against 35 other guys.
Yeah.
So far he's on his own. Is he still in the lead after?
Yes,
Nice.
20-point lead over Fikowski.
Okay.
Vellner sits in 3rd,
Saxon.
Saxon Panchek in 4th.
Very cool.
Loving that.
Yeah.
Loving
Who's in
that.
5th? My guy.
Who's
Is he?
that?
Malaris.
Oh, Guy. Yeah.
He,
That kid's a beast. So
Yeah.
he's won 2 events so far this weekend in his Reebok shoes.
Yeah.
So a cool 20 grand for him. He won, I don't know if he won, but he was the kid back in like 2019 who competed as a teen and snatched like
yes.
over 300 pounds, right? I mean, like just insane strength. And it's nice to see him now doing well in other things, aside from like just a pure strength event.
Yeah, there's been a lot of arguments as to, there's a lot of girls coming out of the teenager division and doing well, like Haley and then the girls. And there hasn't really been that in the men's side, and he's really the first.
I'm gonna stop you there. We'll say females.
Girls and men, girls and boys.
Yeah.
I say girls.
If you say boys and girls, I think that's fine.
Yeah, but I was listening and he said men's side.
Oh, yeah. Boys and girls.
Sorry.
It's all right. Just trying to.
Teenage boys, teenage girls.
Yep.
So he's really the first teenage boy to come over
To the men's
to the open division in
Yeah.
Europe.
Yeah.
Dallin Pepper, everybody kind of thought was the guy this year, and I think he will be there soon. But Guy was the first, so
Yeah. I wonder how Dallin would have done at this games compared to Guy. I mean, Guy had presumably an easier time getting here based on the semifinal that he was in. South America?
Yeah, I agree with Charlie. I think Dallin is very similar to Jason Hopper. They have a similar skill set, and some of those longer events would have hurt Dallin a little
They
bit.
kind of showed it classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
But
Speaking of West Coast Classic, Cole Sager, where's he in the mix?
He's not faring very well.
He's in the teens? And speaking of ComTrain athletes, Katrin, where is she?
At 12, I think 12.
Yeah, she had a little better performance in that last event.
Amanda Barnhart, though, is doing pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a big difference.
Katrin is 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chandler's
And Danielle is 11.
Danielle Brandon is 11.
What about the other ComTrain people? Who we got? Chandler? Where's Chandler?
17.
Yeah.
That last event fared well towards ComTrain athletes, though, because it was the bike.
Yeah.
They do a lot of biking and interval sprints. Actually, I'm going to tell you, I was really surprised. Love the Panchek brothers. I mean, but that
Surprised
I was
they were
really
last.
surprised that was not a great event for them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, although I think at Cliffside, I think they're more assault bike.
Yeah.
So
Versus the
And,
other.
and I need to correct you, Charlie. 5th place is Alex Avino.
really.
and not.
Yeah, your guy, Guy, is in 8th. Still,
Yeah, he
really
dropped
good.
8th. He was in 5th after the last event, or before the last event, and then dropped 8th.
But our guy, Travis Mayer, has moved into the top 10.
Cool.
It's time to make a run.
How about Sam Cornouaille? Where's he?
He's not had a good day.
Yes.
He did really
Other
well in
than
the
the
handstand
handstand.
walk.
He is 21st.
21st. All right, so he
One
made the
spot
cut.
ahead of Cole Sager.
Made the cut and has some work to do tomorrow morning because it's one event tomorrow and then they cut to 20.
And we don't know what that event is.
We do not know what it is
But
yet.
we think it's a yoke, and it's on the field.
Oh no, we do
I
know
thought
what
we
it
do
is.
know.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
it's the
the
toast
run.
bar? Okay, sorry.
it's the running toast bar one.
It's the 3 miles with the toast bar in the middle.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
So yeah.
Trying to think. who's
So
gonna
I
do
want to
that.
just review about what's going on with Danny Spiegel, because I think that would relate to maybe some of these events. It was reported that she hurt her ankle coming down off the rope. She was limping. Charlie and I were out on it. We saw her limp. That definitely played into the next event, which was going to be the run
and the clean.
and the clean. And, okay, so this was something interesting I found. Do you think the timing was off on that
Oh, hugely. Yeah.
compared to the females? Like the
They
males
changed
had-
it because it was bad.
They changed it.
They changed it.
They changed the females to.
Yeah, so it was originally a 6-minute time cap, and for the men, that's what they stuck with. And then they changed it to a 7-minute time cap. And then for the second event, which was basically the same running distance with heavier weights, they changed the running route so that the running route was like 100 meters or something. Because these guys were coming in under
Yeah.
a minute. They were coming in like 43 seconds
Okay.
in from the run. So they changed the run route and made the yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
they definitely like experimented on the floor
Because-
with that.
Because hardly any of the males were finishing in the time cap. I
Yeah.
mean, like
Well-
Fellner didn't, Bukowski
Well,
didn't.
what I
finish.
noticed was people's times were faster in the second event, and they shouldn't have been.
Yes.
Because it was heavier weight, but it
But
was
they
supposed to
shortened
be
the
the
distance.
same distance, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
So it was because
And-
I couldn't wrap my head around that. I'm like, wait a minute, these guys are finishing in like 5 minutes.
If you watched, like they were sprinting the first event. The second event, they were not sprinting.
Yeah. Well,
At all.
they were trying to save like the first
Unless you
event
were
was
Guy or Jeffrey Apple.
right somebody who's super comfortable with the weights. You could sprint.
Or Gabrielle Magala.
The people that did well in the second event.
Gabrielle Magala did really
Yeah.
well in that.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? What else did you do today, you guys?
Let's see. Oh, we tried out some things. We tried out the torque in the Vendor Village.
Shark Tank? How
Yeah.
was it?
Pushing it, fine. Pulling it, not cool. Definitely felt worse on the hamstring.
And their rumor is that there's going to be footage that may be up on a little highlight reel
Well,
YouTube video of
That's true.
you need to have the right
Amy and
shoes.
Charlie's day.
Definitely need to have the right shoes on that because my feet were coming out of my
Oh, really?
shoes because of the turf that they have.
Yeah. I want to try. I saw the guy. We met the guy at Matt. Did we meet him at Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was here tonight. He like told me to come by tomorrow. They're having like a little contest or something. So we'll check it out.
Yeah, and then we walked around just Vendor Village. It got a little crazy after the
The
North Park events. and the lull between the Coliseum events. So we did walk around. There were some people doing some events at WIT. We walked by and cheered them on. Did some of that. We went up to the affiliate lounge for a quick, and Eric Rosa was in there giving
A little speech.
meeting with some people. Yeah,
Meeting the people.
Awesome.
yeah.
Very cool.
And you got an interview with Eric?
The line was too long, and
We will.
we were starving. to be honest.
That's funny.
Oh, you know who we did see up there though was Pat Vellner's new baby. Was
Oh,
up
really?
There, yeah, in the affiliate lounge.
Cool.
Yeah.
His
And there
wife
is
was
no
there too, I
question
imagine,
about
right? Or
what
his,
partner he
yeah,
has.
his
Partner.
his baby mama. Baby mama.
Nothing up there.
I
Not
don't
yet.
think so, unless he's keeping that on the
No, I think they're getting married after the games.
wraps. There's no question of what color hair that baby's
Oh,
gonna
ginger.
have. Yeah.
That's funny.
I'm bringing their babies. Saxon's babies are here.
Yeah.
His babies.
Saxon's babies are here.
It's like a new era
Lots of babies.
for the babies.
Travis Moore's 17, 9.
He's got 4, I think.
Yeah, this is Travis's vacation.
Right. He's like, leave the babies at home, please.
You just have to work out.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
what's on the table tomorrow? What do we have? We've got the team events.
Team starts at 9.
Yeah.
I think individuals start a little bit later.
11:15.
Say, like, okay, 11:15. Good stuff.
I want to say, like, we were here for the Masters early on. There's some really fit older people and I am one of them, not fit. I am a not fit older person, and I was so inspired by some of the stuff that they could do.
Yeah.
It's just, it's mind blowing. And I heard Kyle Kasperbauer, who has won his division now 3 times,
Yep.
say that this was the hardest programmed CrossFit Games he has ever been to, and the competition was more up to the challenge than in years past.
Nice.
And so
They just keep getting better.
they just keep getting better, the programming gets harder, and it's something that's really, I think people should come out and watch. One, you get like free access to everything at that point. The Masters athletes just walk around
Yeah.
Yeah.
and talk to everybody, and they're just happy to do so.
What age group is that?
35, 39.
35 to 39.
And now that they're finished, so they got to, be in the venues, they got to be in the Coliseum, which, in years past they hadn't gotten a chance to do. And now they get to just kind of hang out and, be fans like us.
Yeah.
But you recognize some of them, and people, you catch people getting pictures with them and hanging out, and they get to feel like celebrities. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Don't want to forget those. And the teens, my goodness, some of those teens. You think that the up-and-comers we have now, the next 4 years of athletes coming along are just as good, if not better.
So yeah, I was behind Olivia Kerstetter's mom getting food in the concessions at the Coliseum, and she was saying, Olivia snatched 202 pounds, and she's only 15.
Right. 15.
15. So like she's not even at the 16 to 17-year-old age group yet to move into. And her mom said, well, she would have, beaten X number of athletes, at a semifinal with that snatch number. And I mean, she's very well rounded too. She's not just
it's not
her
just
strength. She's going to be someone really fun to watch her, come
And
up.
she trains a lot with Jacob Hepburn.
Yeah, Jacob's her coach.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, but I see them train together,
She beats him.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And Jacob was there for every event,
Yeah.
cheering her on, screaming very loudly. That was pretty cool. And you got to talk to
Gustavo Pouch, the guy, he snatched 272, I think, and he is 15. Yeah. 272 pounds? Yeah. And he won that event. He's got a huge following. He's out of Brazil, and he's got, like, his buddies are like live Instagramming like his whole experience, and he was a really fun kid to interview. Yeah. And he's still around. I saw him wandering around today.
Yeah.
Pictures.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, so 2 more days.
I want to say the last time I was here was 2017. The layout here is so much better than it was back then. Back then they had like 2 food trucks outside of the Coliseum. Here they have like a whole food truck park that's really fun to like just kind of hang out and do that. They have a lot more vendors here. What used to be the beer garden is now the Fit Aid Lounge.
It's really nice.
Really nice to sit and watch. The athletes walk through from outside to the Coliseum, and you can cheer them on. And
Yeah. And I think from being here in 2019, the beer garden that is now was the beer garden last time. So I think we skipped a bunch. Well, oh yeah, 2017, 18, 19, and then now 2021. Because it's exactly how I remember it, with the exception of the horse barn being used for masters, which they're not.
yeah, now the Masters barn is now the community fitness barn.
Yeah.
If you want to get a workout in, you can just hop in there and do a workout. So,
Yeah, really cool.
and I love the Yeti water stations.
Yeah.
Those are really nice and really kind of cool technology.
Yeah. Lots of free beverages everywhere.
Pro
That's a-
tip, if you want to go cool down on those hot days, the best place to go, shopping, the Rogue.
Oh yeah, because it's air conditioned.
Although today was a beautiful day. Like,
It
it was cloudy, but that's okay.
Yeah, like we're
because
wearing sweatshirts.
We're wearing
It's chilly.
sweatshirts.
Yeah.
That's a good day.
I think it's gonna be a little warmer tomorrow, but it's still gonna be like overcast too, which is
Yeah.
good. Like, it just helps.
So let's finish this up as it's late on Friday night. Now that you have seen 2 days of competition, what is your prediction on the male and female side of the open division? Top 3.
Ooh, top 3. I'm going.
Tia. I mean, no one's not gonna. I mean, let's just do second and third.
Okay, right.
Tia's gonna win.
Tia.
Laura Horvath.
Mm-hmm.
She's been my pick from the beginning.
I agree with that. I'll say Kristen Pulte.
I'm going to go Laura Horvath and Christy O'Connell. I might be picking with my heart instead of my head.
Okay.
But she starts with a long run tomorrow, which should bring her back into.
And she likes gymnastics.
Danielle Brandon. I mean, I've been saying that she's gonna, every time Underdogs posts something or anytime she posts something this weekend, I've just been putting underneath her caption, podium with a little fire. She's gonna podium for sure. And if she doesn't get Spirit of the Games, I'm quitting CrossFit. I don't care if she podiums or not, she deserves Spirit of the Games. 100%.
Well, if she doesn't get it, then Sam Briggs.
Yeah, she's already gotten it before, and she's amazing anyway.
Well, let me finish my story.
Go ahead.
The 3 that jumped in and to
Yeah.
volunteer to run with her, I thought was really cool.
That
And
was
they
cool.
should be recognized. Laura Horvath, Sam Briggs, and
Tori
Tori
Helgadottir.
Helgadottir.
Who do you got, Charlie?
I'm going Horvath and Haley Adams.
Okay. So we all agree on 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Horvath looks possessed. Like she has been
Focused.
out too long
Focused.
and that she really wants this.
Well, I mean, and that's reality. She has been out too long.
Yeah.
And she's good enough. We've seen her before
Yeah.
do well. It's about time. I'm happy for her.
All right, men's side is probably tougher because you got to go all 3 now.
I'm gonna go all Canadian with, in no particular order, Fikowski, Vellner, Adler, Vino. Yep.
I'm going to go Fikowski, Fellner, Panchik, Saxon.
I was gonna just say that's another
That's
hard,
okay.
another hard vote. That's fine.
That's fine.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
I'm going Fikowski.
Oh shit!
Panchik.
You didn't say Medeiros.
I know.
Fikowski, Panchik, and I'm going to go Vino.
Yeah. I'm gonna change my Vellner to Medeiros. Sorry.
I have Madero's moving to 4th.
I have Fikowski Maderos.
I'm going Maderos, Fellner, Fikowski.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that though. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we'll have to check in tomorrow and see how you feel about that because it really is. It really is a crapshoot. I mean, some of these events have really, you've gotten some specialists that have really messed up the leaderboard. Messed up the scoring, and I say messed up, but you know what I mean, like
Shaking
shifted
it
it
up.
around
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, I think this is like the first year where that can happen again, and I'm excited about that. Like Jeffrey Adler winning and taking second in the 2 versions of the run lift
Right.
took him from like 28th to 10th
Mm-hmm.
because of that move.
Yeah. Well, and that Guy teenager too, he was in like the teens, and then he went to he skyrocketed to 5th after that event. So
Yeah.
a lot can happen, and
There's
there's still
still
right.
Yeah.
6
events.
events.
Woo! 3 and 3.
Yeah.
You think? Yeah, 3 and 3. Cool.
With
All right,
that,
guys.
make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you maybe tomorrow. I think we're done earlier tomorrow,
I think so.
so we can hop on a little bit earlier, and we'll check in then, and maybe our predictions will all be different.
Maybe.
Could be.
See you next time on the Clydesdale Fitness and Friends.
Bye.
See ya.